Hey everybody, Toby Milroy here again, Vice President for AMS, and today I'm really excited to talk to you a little bit about the new student list, our new list feature inside of Atlas Martial Arts software. And this is really going to help you manage your students much more easily, be able to get the data points that you're looking for, be able to sort and filter and select the list of people that you want to communicate with and take a look at in a much more clear, much easier manner. So if you go on the left-hand side over here, you'll see the student icon, the student list. Right now it's under beta because we've got a bunch of our new users testing it right now. So it's a new feature. That'll go away eventually. It'll just say students. And you'll see that it looks somewhat different. It's somewhat more updated from the list of the past. And there are several important features here to point out to you. Again, the idea here is for you to be able to find what you're looking for quickly, easily, save those results, and be able to reference back to them anytime you want. So for example, let's say that I want to find out who my upgrade prospects are, as an example. So I want to find out who the people who are not yet, maybe they're white belts, gold belts, and green belts, but they're not yet part of my leadership program. I want that list. I want to know what that list of people is. And I want to maybe print it off, or I want to save it so I can every few days or every week or something like that, I can go back to that list and look at the students who are upgrade prospects. Does that make sense? So that's what this is for. That's what this is designed for. So here's what you'll see, first of all. If you look at the right-hand side over here, here obviously is your student list. Right now I'm showing their photo, full name, home phone, cell phone, age, styles, and ranks. The first thing I can do that's new that is very, very useful is I can add columns. I can remove and add columns to this list. So again, right now I'm looking at the full name, home phone, cell phone, age, styles, and ranks. What if I don't want style? What if I just want rank? And maybe I also want, I don't know, their email address, just as an example. So I can just go over here to the right to the column chooser, pop that down. I can go in here and let's say untick style. So I'll just untick that box and you see the style column goes away. And then I want to tick email, and now I get their email address, right? And let's say I also want the program that they're on, because this is going to be for an upgrade list, just as an example. So now I want their program, right? So now I've got the email addresses added. I still have the rank and I still have the program, right? So very cool. I now can see the data that I want to see. I can get the data point that I want to in the list that I'm looking at. Two more pieces of this. Number one is, so now this is my, for example, my upgrade list. So I can also implement my filters. So I'm going to go over here to my rank filter, and I'm going to filter out in my karate program. Yeah, I do have a bunch of odd data in here, but let's go into my karate program as an example. And I want to select just my first rank, second rank, and third rank, but not my fourth and fifth rank, as an example. So these might be the people who are in my karate program who are first rank, second rank, third rank, but no higher. And maybe they're in my program. I can select any number of these programs that I want to, but let's say that they're in my black belt program. Not a good example. They're in my black belt program, but they're not in my leadership program, right? So this could be an example of that search, right? So the idea is that you can select any number of these options, and you'll get just that data returned, right? You'll just see the people who meet those criteria. Now, the next big bit here is you can save this, right? So you only have to set this search up once, and then you can save it forever. So for example, let's say again, this is my, I don't know, my leadership upgrade prospect list, right? So I can go over here to save new, click the save new button, give it a name. So this is leadership candidates list, just as an example. Hit save. Now, whenever I come back to this screen, I can go over here under saved views and I can find my leadership candidates list. And there it is. I can click that and it'll get me right back to that list. Now, what we're saving here, by the way, is everything about this list for you. We're saving everything. We're saving the columns. We're saving how wide the columns are. You can make the columns wider. If you hover here kind of at the edge, you can make them wider or narrower. You can move these columns around. Let's say I want rank over here on the left. I can just drag that over here on the left and it moves with me. Maybe I want email next, so I can move that over there. Maybe I want the email column only this wide, not wider. Maybe I want the program column really wide or something like that. Whatever you want. If I update it, it will now save this layout exactly as it appears now, right? So let's say, for example, I go back to my dashboard. I'm moving around the application today, looking at some stats or whatever. I go back to my list, and I can go back to saved views. And now I want my leadership candidates list. Click that, and I get the list exactly the way I set it up, with the same widths, the same size, the columns in the right order and everything, right? So we think that you're going to find lots and lots and lots of ways to use this to your advantage. What we find most common and most productive is we create individual lists of our students by rank, as an example, lists of people by program, students by program, lists of people by rank and program, and then also lists of people who are in, for example, who are not in my leadership program yet, but who are eligible, who are candidates, or who are not in my black belt program yet, but who are candidates. And then we save that list. You can quickly and easily, for example, every Monday at the staff meeting or every Wednesday at the staff meeting, come in here, click it, print it off, and immediately have an actionable list of people who are eligible for upgrade that you should be talking to, or people who haven't been to a class in a while that you should be talking to, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it's a very, very, very useful tool. And we're really excited about the flexibility and the ability to change and save these lists for reference in the future. So hope that's very useful for you. Really look forward to the feedback on this. It's going to be very useful for you to be able to save a lot of cycles, save a lot of time in your school, and get the data that you're looking for very quickly. So hope that's useful for you. Look forward to speaking to you soon. Thanks much.